Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $, usual 50-50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be sent. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshit on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping, $, usual 50-50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20, with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Push the weight and no flex. Alive this morning the 6. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walking, drink blood, things out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. Nigga, I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. It is definitely time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Yeah. Not an 86 early in that super chat. He said salute Drew and salute to the mighty LDBC, man. Salute to you. I see y'all in the building. G McCall, Son of Tank, Michael Fleming, Anwar Willis, the Sensei Stormy B-Man, Shalan, Mr. Shelton, Mind of Mansa Musa, Tay Tay, Eric Jordan, Baba, Brooklyn Born, Ern Jordan. Look, Ern Jordan and Eric Jordan right behind each other. Look at that. No relation. Y'all winning, salute. Shaquilla Fields, the Queen, salute. Eric O. Dill Spoolie, Sam Mack, Tony C. Great Vibrate, where you been? Good to see you, good brother. Thank you for attending this morning. Stephen X, salute. Jay, Rod Neal, 704 Joe, Main Biker, Eric L. Mark Heston, True Boxer Night, Hen Dog, Rashad, my brother 503 in the building. Salute. Let's kick this, man. Let's kick this off, man. You hear me say a lot of things, and I don't say it because it's fancy. I say it because it's true. One thing you hear me say is, what's in darkness always comes to light. Always, 100%. And I have it on subscribers only mode because I'm not going to be sidetracked by trolling today. You know, I don't feel like blocking people or, you know, because it's a distraction. It's a distraction. I won't be distracted today. Dang Father, salute. Said, what up? Jeff Spark, my brother. I'm not going to be distracted today with the foolishness. Kel Too Slimy, what's good? If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. So you can watch from the sidelines and be punching the air because you're not saying anything today. You're not. You're not. And if you're here more than 3 days, if you have a wrench and you say something silly, you're going to get dealt with. Because this right here, this behavior, what you see on the screen, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all know I don't deal with this cheating in the sport. I don't like it. I never did. I never did. And when I refer to these cheaters in the sport, I'm concerned about the safety of each fighter in that ring. This is a dangerous sport. These guys chose to do this. They could get hit correctly and die in the ring. For those of you who are uneducated, that swear you want to get an education about the sport, but you just don't do it. You just follow a fighter. Go Google Gerald McClellan and what happened to him and how he looks today. Look at him today, and then look when he was an active fighter. And then go look at the fight that did it to him. Go look at the fight that did it to him. It's on YouTube. And then you're thinking, hey man, that's just an accident in boxing. You know something? Not really. I'm saying we're not sure. Because there was things that was uncovered about that whole night that didn't come out until later. Like for instance, Nigel Benn, Conor Benn's father. I rock, salute. Conor Benn's father, Nigel Benn, the legendary British fighter, was basically out in that fight. Out the ring. Then rises like the classic Undertaker. You remember when the Undertaker used to just sit up, like in the monster movies? And then continued to fight like nothing happened. Gerald McClellan, takes a knee, and then the knee turns into him laying on the floor. Laying on the floor turns into him leaving in the gurney. And now he's damn near vegetable. And what we thought we was looking at an accident. We brushed it off for decades. It's an accident that happens, it's boxing. Then you start to find out things like he didn't take any drug testing after the fight. What was that? What was that? He didn't piss after the fight. What's that about? Well, Drew, he was probably just depressed. He didn't. No. I'm not having that. You know who else didn't piss? You know who else didn't piss after one of their fights? Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. had a fight in Texas. I forgot. I watched it on HBO years ago. Adrian, what up? Jarrell, CT Fatboy, what up? And I forgot who he fought. It was a tough fight, but it came out the next day that he didn't piss. And when they were looking for him, not only did he wasn't at his hotel room, but he left the whole state of Texas, y'all. Now, I know he was probably had the marijuana in his system and everything else, but who knows? My point is he didn't piss. I remember that. I was not online at the time. I remember hearing that. I was like, why would he not piss? Oh, you don't piss when you're dirty. Sam Mack, you remember that? Yeah, he didn't piss. He left the whole state. He didn't just go to the hotel room. He left the whole state. The whole state, bro. Cortez, what up? So Nigel Benn didn't piss, right? And then shout out to Art Hostage. He brings to our attention that he ran with a gangster group called the Essex Boys. Oh. So he was gang affiliated, right? He was gang affiliated. I mean, wow, this is a lot of stuff. This is a lot of stuff. But who's paying attention? Gerald McClellan can't wipe his own behind right now. His sister's been taking care of him. He's blind. One fight, one night, did that. And Ben was never caught, but there may be a real reason why he went to a state of depression and tried to take his own life. Maybe that was his conscience. Black man. So when I say these things, and I talk about cheating in the sport, and people ignore it, when I see that your unconditional love for an athlete will lead you to completely ignore the safety of the sport, I don't want you around me. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. What's the problem? I get annoyed when these fighters start talking about, oh, you know, the drug testing. No. Some of you work for jobs that you can get random. Our brother Eric Jordan drives a truck. He has a CDL. I have a CDL. At any point, you can get yanked off the road and they can say, yo, go ahead and piss. And I dare you to fail. You gonna throw a six-figure gig in the garbage because you can't keep whatever out your system? Salute to Eric Jordan in that Cash App, man. He said lie detector had determined that I cheated Miguel. Yeah, Miguel hot right now.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Miguel hot right now. All of y'all family in here with a CDL, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not a game. It is not a game. Freedom's March salute. So when I talk about cheating in this sport, I take it very serious. And nobody is exempt. Everybody gets it. Everybody. When I see a fighter say, oh, you know, the drug testing, I don't like. What do you mean? Whoa. What do you mean you don't like the drug testing? What are you saying? What are you saying? When I get random at my job, it's a free day for me. What? Well, hey, okay. I'll do the George Jefferson walk from the Bronx to Brooklyn. Free day. I ain't got to drive that bus today. Do. Hen dog, what up? You know how many times they threw us in the vehicle and we driving down to Brooklyn, everybody high-fiving, yeah, we ain't got to drive the bus today. And then there's that one dude looking nervous. I'm like, oh, I already know what time it is. Oh, word, you just got off vacation? Where'd you go? Yeah, man, I was in DR. How long is your vacation? And he an OG, he gets 5 weeks. And you was in DR for 5 weeks? You went down there and partied for a little bit. That's when they get us. When we away from the job for like more than 3 weeks, that's when they get us. They want to see what we was doing on vacation. Now you see, if you don't take drugs, you good. I don't understand that. $180K right in the garbage. Because you can't stop the marijuana. Because you decided, hey man, if I niff on week number 1, it'll be out my system by week number 5. No. They will find it. And you can't go in there and say, hey man, it was just a billionth of a gram. Oh, for Pete's sake.
Whoa! What the
Fired. Fired. What a stupid reason to get fired. I don't have no bad habits like that. And that's just a job. Now imagine these fools that make millions of dollars to punch people in the grill. Throw it away. Not because you have a bad habit, but because you want a physical edge over your opponent. 10 people dropped off the live. Shout out to Miguel. Now, Miguel, don't make me contact you today. I already got an email from one of your supervisors saying I don't have to do that. No, yes, I do. It's called the virtual paper trail. You know what? I'm just going to do it today. I'm going to do it today because I still have questions. Go on Google for my live if you want to. You definitely don't like this. I got Ryan. I got your I don't know, your KY buddy, Ryan Garcia here. I'm talking about your BU right now. Your BEW. But who's that on the far left? Who's that? Hey, Tank fans, do you know who that is? Yeah, you know, I make a deal with a deal. I love Tank, but I like boxing. I make a deal with a deal, but I love boxing. Who's that on the left? Who is that? Do you know what's going on right now? Who's that? I bet you're not a Tank fan walking around today. And I'm talking about a fanatic. Not a couple of people that like boxing and can name some things and smoke screen and word salad you. I'm talking about, Xavier, what up? I'm talking about these newfound booty bandits that idolize this kid with the black fingernails. Painted, by the way. KBG, what up? Do they know who that is on the left? You know who that is? Let me educate you, because a lot of you can't type today. That is Alexander Povetkin. I changed his name a long time ago. His name is Povetkin, but I call him Povetkin. Capital P-E-D. Do you know why? Xavier, how many drug tests did this dude fail that we knew about? Trick Nolte in the building. Salute. If y'all missed what Trick brought to us last night, the great James Kirkland was in the Strong House last night, courtesy of our brother Trick Nolte. Salute to that brother, man. And he has some enlightening things to say. Gerard Harlem in the building. He told us about his fight with Canelo, where he's brushing it off as just the business of boxing. I said, no, brother. No, brother. They took advantage of his kind heart. And I say this respectfully, but, ignorance. That's not a part of the business. When I was mentioning names and things that was going on today, he didn't know. James Kirkland, turns out he was a victim. And I believe 100% what he said about Canelo. Having moles in your camp. I've heard of that, but it's not normal when your team is supposed to be protecting you. James Kirkland was fighting Canelo, and his team was compromised. And he might have been on drugs when he fought James Kirkland. You understand? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Trick, I believe it. Every camp has a spy, but if you have a solid camp, watch this. I bet Canelo's camp don't have no spies. He got the bag and he knows the business. And Canelo can't get cheated because he knows how to cheat. Tyson Fury can never get cheated because he knows how to cheat. Savage, salute. The cheaters will never get cheated because they know how to cheat. But this right here with Alexander Povetkin is very interesting. This is interesting because we found out that he had help. Do y'all know what's going on with this guy? Do y'all even know? Did y'all watch the Generals premiere the other day? Okay, well, allow me to be the echo chamber. I'm gonna slow it down for y'all. I'm gonna slow it down. I'll read to you an article. This was from 2 days ago. Deontay Wilder vindicated, ex-foe gets 10-year PED punishment. 10 years? A lot of you are saying, "Oh, it's not that serious." Because let me remind y'all the type of foolishness we deal with. Oh yeah, Jay, and I wanted to get into that. By the way, do y'all remember the stipulations that Canelo needed to fight James Kirkland? Do y'all remember the stipulations? We ran late and I wanted to get to that, but I'm gonna have him back. One of the stipulations was James Kirkland was not allowed to have Ann Wolfe in his corner. That's a strange stipulation, isn't it? Some of you don't even know that. Ann Wolfe was his trainer. She's an absolute dog. She has one of the illest knockouts in female boxing that I've ever seen. I thought she killed that woman. I saw that live. I said, "Oh my God." That woman, what's that tall white woman's name? And she came in there with the Apollo Creed trunks. Ann Wolfe hit her with her right hand. And my God, she left in a stretcher. But she was okay. But the stipulation was James couldn't have Ann Wolfe in his corner. I said, that is weird. That's weird. Vonda Ward, that was her. Vonda Ward, that was her. Slept her bad. No, actually, she wasn't sleeping. Her eyes was open, but she couldn't move. It was like weird. And her mama was in the front row. I was like, ooh. That was bad. If y'all never seen it, look up Ann Wolfe versus Vonda Ward. It's a bad knockout. A bad knockout. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to restrict it to knockouts in female boxing, in all boxing. It was on the cusp of, okay. Y'all remember when Brian Mendoza knocked out Tyrone Inferno? It was worse than that. Because Vonda was so tall. Anyway. Now look. Canelo didn't want Ann Wolfe in his corner. And now we find out, according to James Kirkland, his team, there was a dude there, and dude said he worked with Canelo. His team didn't do anything. I said, wow, he wanted a complete edge. Do y'all remember when Tank looked at when he looked at Ryan and he said, "You ain't eat breakfast this morning"? I said, oh shit. He got moles in his camp that deep? Wow. So he got moles in the camp. He drained him. Oh. He had Sendy, the Mongolian kid, bust his ribs up, reported that right back to Team Tank. I said, ooh. Whoa. Ooh. Oof. Wow. But boxing is a straight line stitch game, right? Yeah, exactly. Ryan, are you okay? Remember that? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Sendy? Are you okay? He's the one that busted up Ryan's ribs. Bravest Nation, salute. He did that. So when y'all say boxing is a straight line sport, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. James said it last night. I didn't even know that. And we ran very late. But when I have him back, I'm going to ask him about, why, Ann Wolf. It was all good between him and Ann Wolf. But everyone knew James was on all cylinders when Ann Wolf was in his corner. When he signed to fight Canelo's stipulation was he can't have Ann Wolf in his corner. This is your face of boxing. But when you're the A-side, you do A-side things. Those are A-side things, I guess. But when you got athletes running around just trying to fight the best with no stipulations like that, y'all tear them down. So Alexander Povetkin. Right? Alexander Povetkin. We just found out, right? And I'm talking to the uneducated people that claim that they want to be educated, but you don't. This is a serious thing. You found out that this dude popped hella times. Hella times. And his people hit those positive tests, and he was allowed to continue to fight under those circumstances. And here's the thing. They don't know how far back it's gone. So they've decided to go back 10 years. Yes, salute, Queen. PGH, what up? Now get this, y'all. A decade. A decade. Everything. So I'm thinking his wins may remain. I'm sorry, the people that beat him in that decade, that may remain. But his wins are all going to be changed in no contest. Ladies and gentlemen, I was on the phone. Me and Stormy was on a call with Michael, the bounty hunter, just yesterday. Stormy's in the chat, he'll tell you. We was on a conference call, and he just learned this. And I said, bro, Povetkin's only draw, the beautiful Queen Shower, salute. His only draw was against you. If you go to Povetkin's box rec, he has one draw. That's against Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter told me and Stormy just yesterday he'd be whooping Alexander's ass. He thought he'd be out on his feet. Right? And then he come back in the next round like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. Eric Jordan back in that super chat. He said Canelo's sorry ass was afraid of the ninja sword.
Give power to my nigger sword!
Yeah, YouTube 91, yeah. All that cheating, he was still a mid-range. He was still a mid-type of fighter. He wasn't no world beater. But Michael Hunter told us in their fight, he said, man, a few times I thought he was out, and he just rebounded. In fact, Mike sent me a video. This dude was using smelling salt in his corner. You clearly see him do it. I didn't have room to upload it here. I'll show it to y'all. I'm gonna make a short video of it. This dude is cheating all over the place. Jose, what up? And Michael Hunter told me and Stormy, he said, man, I'm giving this dude everything. He basically was losing confidence as he fought him. Like, man, if I can't get this guy out of here, if this is what these super duper pros are doing, man, I got to step my game up. He was losing confidence. Mo G, what up? And fought to a draw. This guy was juicing, man. How about this? How about this? You can't deny or confirm whether he was juicing. But what the system has decided to do was go back a decade. 10 years? 10 years. I like to find the Povetkin fans to say, hey man, you know, the drugs is not the reason why Michael Hunter fought to a draw. It's because Michael Hunter didn't dig deep enough. I mean, other people beat him. Where you guys at? Ob Jones, salute. Where you guys at? Blaming the victims. Where you guys at? Well, you know, he did lose. I mean, AJ beat him. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't on drugs. Hey, watch this. Maybe AJ was on drugs. Because I understand he gets a testosterone exemption. A big young boy, why does he need testosterone? That's the word I heard. Maybe he was juicing. I don't know. I don't like what they got going on in the UK. I don't like it. Where's Dillian White's B sample? By the way, Dillian White was whooping his ass in the first fight, and then boom, one uppercut. Fight's over. I was like, damn. Dillian made a mistake. Now I know both of them are drug addicts, but I'm like, whoa. Go back and watch the first Dillian White fight. We were still fighting in the bubble. They were fighting on Eddie Hearn's lawn, I think. Andre, what up? Dillian was whooping this dude's ass, and then he threw an uppercut and knocked Dillian straight out. Maybe Povetkin was on that day. Now, the reason why they backdating it all that time is because they just found out that they was covering for this guy all that time. So they decided to go back a decade. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back to this article, but I want y'all to hear something first. No, that's not it. Now, I'm going to call fair use on this. I'll put this in the back. I'm going to let y'all hear this, and I want y'all to hear it. Oh, boy. Just listen, y'all. I need y'all to listen carefully.
Go today. It would be remiss of us not to mention. Go today. It would be remiss of us not to mention it, so we will mention it. And I'll ask the question after I've explained it. Former heavyweight boxing champion Alexander Povetkin set to see 10 years, a decade's worth of results, totally wiped clean from the slate, following an examination into him, a previously unreported presence of a banned substance. Because of that, a line is put through 10 years of what Povetkin did in his career. I mean, Addy, are we no longer shocked by a doping story in boxing?
No, not really.
The guy talking right now, Andy, is a black dude. This dude, this ninja, and I need you to listen. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Listen to this. There's two white men here, and they talking to the coon. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to him.
But I feel like every fighter that he fought since then should sue.
Hold up. His name is Adi Aladipo. Now he's saying fighters should sue. Now the reason I'm calling him a raccoon, this is courtesy of Talk Sport Boxing. It's a UK channel. This guy has a habit. This is the UK version of Buckeye Taco Head. With this right here. Now the first thing he said was fighters should sue. Y'all gonna let that marinate for a second? Is it gonna take you long? Fighters should sue. 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 not just one. They going back a decade. He said fighters. He ain't talk about 2 or 3. A decade. Go to his box rec. In a decade, he's had title shots and everything. He's made millions of dollars. He's talking about fighters should sue. Wait a minute. What happened to getting it back in blood?
Whoa! What the What?
I thought suing was not a part of boxing. You see, ladies and gentlemen, how many times have I said all you gotta do is wait? All you have to do is wait and watch. Time reveals all truth. Now, Lada salute. Now they're saying sue. Not just one fighter. This guy has a 10-year record. And the first thing this dude says, fighters should sue. Where my Tank fans at? Forget Tank fans. Where my Haney haters at? Pull up. Pull up. Todd French in that super chat salute. He says, keep cooking, my brother. Pierce it together for him. Yes. Listen. What did Devin say? It's not in, so is in Allah's. Allah has a plan. Devin's the only brother that can handle certain things. Allah used that young man as a vessel. The power of God, Deontay is used as the vessel. And if they getting Povetkin now, what makes you think down the road? Didn't I tell y'all, Fury, we might not see it today, tomorrow, next week, next year. We're gonna see it. Who was thinking about Alexander Povetkin until 2 days ago? Huh? I'm sorry? TT Frank, salute. Who was thinking about Povetkin up until 2 days ago? Eric Jordan, that Cash App, he said, damn, you sure can't make this ish up. Cheaters exposed. Exactly. So Haney haters, I'm not even saying Tank fans. Tiafimo got racist fans. Ryan Garcia got racist fans and man lovers. Where y'all at? Look at that. Look at that. Another 20 people jumped off the live. Look at that. You know why? Because they can't type. They can't troll. Nope. You're not disturbing this groove today. Hang the sign up on the door. I said, don't disturb this groove. It's the way you're telling me I'm so into. Yeah, exactly. Nope. You can't do it. Aha. On both channels. What's up? But if you've been here all this time, enlighten me. Because Ryan Garcia fans don't even know who Alexander Povetkin is. Tank fans don't even know who this guy is. If he ain't wearing skinny jeans, light skin with tattoos, with black fingernails, with lime green purses, and beating on women, they don't know who this is. And when we bring up drug cheats and random names, we ain't hearing that. We ain't hearing that. Tank over everybody. Well, who's drug testing Tank? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And for you trolls out of here that are subscribed to me, you have nothing to say. I'm inviting you to say something. So you're trying to escape. You can't escape. You can't get out. There's no escape. You can't get out. Truth hurts. Eric Jordan back in that Cash App. He said, not a good day for Miguel. Nah.
Miguel! Miguel!
Man, Miguel's getting slaughtered right now.
Good night.
Hey, man, where is Victor? Where is Victor? Where is Mike S? You got your wrench back? Or are you just hanging in the background listening to this? Because this is some serious stuff. Because this guy, Povetkin, led the charge in the heavyweight division in cheating. And we found out his people, the Russians, those guys, covered for him. This is news. If this was Raheem Johnson out of LA, Compton, LA, they'd have canceled him out of his socks. Nobody would have covered for no dude named Raheem Johnson out of Brooklyn, out of Compton, out of the mean streets of Baltimore. One of the brothers put in the chat, 51 gold medals were taken from Russian athletes in the Olympics from 2016 to 2024 because they all popped. How about that? Cheating is a part of their culture. Like how it's a part of gypsies' culture. That's what I was told. The only thing I knew about gypsies were on Scooby-Doo. I didn't even know those were real people. I'm from New York. Everybody Asian was Chinese. And they knew karate. Not kung fu, karate. Everybody Latino was Puerto Rican. Right? When I was a kid, I'm talking about when I was a kid. I didn't know Samoans was the real people. I just thought they was wrestlers. The wild Samoans. Sika and Afa. Brothers UK, salute. That's what I thought. We get older, you know, you learn some stuff. See, I had an excuse. I was like 6 or 7 years old. But when you're grown and you're willfully ignorant to things like this, there's something wrong with you. Stupidity is a choice. Todd French back in that super chat, he said, Dev called it. He said, peace be to Allah. He makes no mistakes. That was his exact words after the whole world watched Ryan in boxing cheat him. Exactly. Devin was chosen. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all know what the term anointed means? Go read it. Deontay was chosen. Y'all think that this thing with Fury's gonna go away? Y'all think that? I'm telling y'all. See, Povetkin was sitting at home. I don't recall him announcing his retirement or nothing like that. I was never checking for him. But imagine sitting at home with your feet up, just, you know, sitting on you, because this guy's made millions of dollars. In the last 10 years, believe me, he's made millions of dollars. And he's sitting at home, drinking his coffee, and his wife or somebody comes up and says, and he reads the article. That means oh-ish. Yeah, you're done. But wait a minute, let's dial it back. Adi says people should sue. Sue? That's what he said. Black Martial Arts Society salute. Sue? Sue? Sue. Wow. But when Devin said, I'm suing, y'all went crazy. You said Devin was cheating. Y'all laughed at the battery charges, right? Oh, it's a boxing match. What do you mean? Yeah, it's based under the circumstances that it's a clean fight. Now, if you agree to a clean fight and then the fighter's face get busted up and then you take off the gloves, he got brass knuckles, is that not battery? It's like, wait a minute. We agreed to a clean fight. Where in the contract did it say you can have brass knuckles? Where in the contract does it say that you're allowed to have a foreign substance? Because there's a list and Osterine is on that list and you violate it. What do you mean? What do you mean that is battery? He's in violation of the contract and he had to give Oscar De La Hoya a couple of million? Huh? What? But dial it back a minute. You see what I'm saying, y'all? What's in darkness always comes to light. Time reveals all truth. Now they're going to go back 10 years and take this man's record. 10 years. 10. I don't hear nobody complaining about Alexander Povetkin, though. I don't hear nobody saying, oh, man, that's just not right. That's not right. Where y'all at? And by the way, you know what he had in his system? Take a wild, look at the screen and take a wild guess what they found in this dude's system. Take a guess. This is an open book exam, y'all. Put in the chat what was found in his system. Go ahead, please. Please. Ha! 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 J-Man, salute. Oh. You know Osterine? That everyone went online and said, well, you know, it don't do nothing. I don't know why boxers would take it. Murd, what up? I don't know why boxers take it. Why is it in the system? Obviously, it does something. Right. So it's so bad with this dude that they're going back a decade and all of his wins are about to be no contest. And now we're looking at our brothers across the pond and he's saying everyone should sue.
What?
Excuse me? Where are the people? Because I'm looking in the comment section of this video. There's only one person talking about they're just trying to ruin Alexander Povetkin's legacy. This man has no legacy. He wasn't no world beater. And now all of his wins have a shadow over it. And they're about to tune this dude up. But wait, it gets worse. It gets worse. Because you know who helped him with this? The WBC. We're going to get to that in a second. The WBC, you know, Mauricio Sillyman. Remember him? Oh, yeah. Smash my like button. Share this video. Smash my like button. Share this video. I ain't got to lie on anybody on this screen. This is the aha moment. I thought Osterine doesn't do anything. This man wasn't even doing anything remotely close to boxing. He was sitting at home minding his business. And this news comes out. Why aren't there countless boxing channels on YouTube pulling this man's card? Hey, black and brown people, this guy's a white Russian. Y'all don't want to get him? Paul Carrick, my brother, salute. Y'all don't want to get him? Because if this was Devin, y'all did spend a lot of time calling Devin a coward. We don't sue, we get it back in blood. A decade. I'm sure there's fighters right now active that fought him. Michael Ray, what up? I'm sure there's Michael Hunter. We spoke to him yesterday. What are you going to tell Michael? Don't sue him, fight him again. And what did I say? To fight him is to pay him. Because he's not fighting him for free. Yeah, Jose, I know he was on other stuff. For all I know, Osterine is also a masking agent. For all I know. You gonna tell Michael Hunter, yo, don't sue him, fight him again. Knowing this man been out the ring for God knows how long. Fight him for what? He's not gonna fight you for free. He's gonna come to the table because he's been around the block. He's gonna want like 1.2. And Michael Hunter's gonna be the B-side. Nah. Don't give him, he cheated you the first time. Get him for the purse that he won, but for the person he fought for and pain and suffering. Michael Hunter should sue him for $2 million. Because Michael could have died. He said he was in there fighting. He fought the hardest he could fight and fought to a draw. But let me tell y'all something. Martin Bakole is way better than Alexander Povetkin. And Michael Hunter beat him. And went life or death with Povetkin. He don't deserve another shot at Michael Hunter. Give that brother his money. And y'all want to clown DHP for suing and calling them cowards and saying get it back in blood, knowing that what they wanted to do was get it back in blood? But Ryan said no. He said no rematch at the post-fight. I was sitting right there. Ask champ side. We were sitting right there. He was like, oh, no rematch. I was like, man, they'll get a rematch. He's just talking now. Came in overweight, didn't bother to make weight. The dude lied on Perfect Amino, lied on Supercarb, lied on ashwagandha, then said 2 open containers to a third-party company and said, yo, there was Osterine in this stuff, but the canisters was open when we got it. He lied and lied and lied and then mystified the whole process talking about, I'm just trying to save some babies from getting raped. And y'all bought it? Ignored, oh, I want to resurrect George Floyd and kill him again and join the Ku Klux Klan. And then I get ninjas on here talking about, oh, well, he just says stuff. Really? That's right, G. McCall, blank Scooter. This dude is a woman, a modern woman. No accountability. None. Cameron, salute. No accountability. And y'all rode with this because you don't like Devin. Osterine. And now you got Povetkin, who is literally minding his business, and this news came out of nowhere. And the first thing that I see from across the pond, and let me tell you something. This is why certain look, I already tell y'all American boxing fans are idiots. UK boxing fans, they're not perfect either, but you know what? They're more in tune with the sport than we are. My brother Akondo, my great brother. Salute, good brother. They're more in tune to certain things than we are. For example, over there, they have no problem speaking on Tyson Fury's association with Daniel Kinahan. And they're going to say something about Eddie Hearn in this broadcast. I'm going to let you hear it. They hold a lot of people accountable over there. They miss the mark on a lot, but when they nail it, they nail it. In this aspect, they nail it. Right? Over here, there's no mention of Daniel Kinahan. There's no mention of MTK Global. They acting like it didn't exist. When I was in Vegas, there was Brits walking around with MTK Global shirts. They don't exist anymore. And there's a whole no-fly list that they had fighters on that because of their affiliation with Daniel Kinahan and MTK Global, they were on a no-fly list. They couldn't come to the States. Josh Taylor was on that list. Did y'all forget? I think Katie Taylor was on that list. And Tyson Fury, the guy that y'all celebrated, I don't know what happened to the American Fury fans. They're gone. But Tyson Fury is on a no-fly list. He can't come to America, y'all. Nobody talks about that. You've never heard it. You hear it here. You hear it here. You can talk about me personally, whatever, but it doesn't negate the fact. And by the way, I know he had property in Vegas. What happened to that property? Why aren't there 1,000 videos talking about Tyson Fury sells his property? Where were those videos? Well, why is he selling his property? How many times has Tank's #1 butt buddy fan make videos about Fury selling his property? But he want to make one about Devin selling his property. I heard he did a whole live stream about it. It was Savannah Marshall. Thank you, Shower. Did anybody do any videos about this guy? I know Tyson Fury bought property in Las Vegas. He was making camp here. The Daniel Kennedy issue happened. He can't come here anymore. And I don't even think he's fighting to get here either. I don't know. But where were the videos about that? Did that clown make any videos about Daniel Kennedy? Can you go to his channel and put Daniel Kennedy in the chat and him say something? It might. I don't remember. It might. He might. But did he do any videos about, hey man, it's so bad, he sold that $1 million property that he had in Vegas? Did he do that? No. He want to do it to Devin though. Devin Haney selling his house. We live. What? Hey man, we do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. But I'm sorry, he ain't one of us. He light skinned. Now you see why I say quit acting light skinned? To you ninjas, man, stop acting light skinned. Didn't he say team light skinned in reference to Tank? You know, because he's exciting to watch. His words, not mine. He said KO artist will put you on a poster. True. Has his own style of dress, braided hair, leg tats. I'm like, okay, it's getting weird now. And then says, exciting to watch. Oh my gosh.
What are you, a homo?
Think so. Eric Jordan back in that super chat. He said Ninja saw it getting a big payday. Thanks, Miguel. Man, you already know what time.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Every time Devin do something, that dude swoops in like this.
Then let him taste the fury of my Negasonic!
Get up out of here.
Tyson Fury being spoken to by Ben Davison, and there's the moment, the pre-fight kiss. I have never ever seen that before.
If Deontay did anything remotely close to that, the internet would crash. Y'all want to talk about twerking and everything else? Joe Townsend, salute. And this dude kissing dudes on the mouth before a fight. There you go. Shower, that was my song back in the day. She's freakeristic. Doom, da doom, doom, da doom. But let's get back to this, because now we're suing, right? We're suing now. Is anybody going to call, I don't know, this guy, Adi Aladipo, said people should sue. Let me bring it back a little bit. So we're suing now. We're suing now.
Yeah, are we no longer shocked by a doping story in boxing?
No, not really. But I feel like every fighter that he fought since then should sue.
Oh!
I mean, there should be some sort of monetary punishment. Like, so what? Your 10 years of records have been annulled. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, he knocked out Dillian White viciously during that time.
I just said that.
He went on one of his best runs ever. So when you look back, the 10 years were after he got beat by Vladimir, and then he went and fought everyone, fought AJ, fought Dillian White. So he made a truckload of money.
You hear that? You hear that? This guy was eating. He didn't win all of those fights. But this guy was eating in the process.
all that should somehow be taken away from him. So what if the record's now been scratched? Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder. Wilder refused to go and fight him because of an issue with drugs. And Wilder's promoter at the time, Lou DiBella, got sued because Lou DiBella pointed out something similar to this. That, okay, I don't want to go over there and fight because we haven't done the right drug testing. And Povetkin's team sued him. So look, I think a lot more.
You hear that? And that's what the tweets are about. I'm going to put up the tweets in a minute. He was sued for what he said, y'all. But he was right. You see that?
What needs to happen, then his record's being wiped.
By the way, did y'all know Manny Pacquiao sued Floyd Mayweather for the drug allegations? And I think Floyd settled. Y'all remember that? Y'all know that? But let's keep it going. But we don't sue in boxing though, right? Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking
about. Clean. I mean, this guy
we've already established that you don't need to explain drug tests. We've established that. We have a fighter that's now fighting in one of the biggest fights in British boxing that we've established doesn't have to explain how failed drug tests happen. So when we start getting outraged about people that are failing drugs tests.
No, but this one's slightly different, Simon. This is one from 10 years ago that they knew about and they covered up.
Oh, this is one that they knew about and they covered up. 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 And they're saying to sue. But I thought you don't sue in boxing. They knew about and covered up. You think they didn't know Ryan failed those tests before he got in the ring? Right.
So I think this is a bigger, murkier story.
But with respect to Conor and not wanting to drag this conversation back to Conor Benn, we've got 2 failed drugs tests. Even
Conor Benn, Nigel Benn's son. 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 I was just talking about Gerald McClellan, y'all. The apple does not fall far from the tree, but I don't know what I'm talking about.
Sideshow Bob, Eddie Hearn can't explain the idea of failed drugs test. Even Sideshow Bob, Eddie Hearn can't.
Wow. One more time.
Sideshow Bob, Eddie Hearn can't explain the idea of failed drugs tests, and yet the boxing world has gone, oh, that's okay.
But Conor.
Oh. It sounds like the Brits are holding them accountable. It sounds like the Brits are holding them accountable. What? Cold blimey, mate, this cot's bigger than Benny Hill in his prime. Are you mad? Are the Brits actually holding people accountable? In my fucking Harry Potter voice. I'm gonna wave a wand at these dudes. Articus, Vaticus, Cheetahs. Zap, turn you to a frog. Turn you to a pile of dung. Articus, Cocus, Sniffus. Longest backshotters in the forest. That's Ryan's. If you haven't noticed, they don't like Eddie Hearn too much. They don't like him too much. Called him Sideshow Bob, didn't they? You know what they did for Tyson Fury? They allowed him to bounce around with a blazer on with no shirt. And they allowed him to come over here and sing Bye Bye Miss American Pie. I promise you, no American fighter could go over to the UK and beat any British fighter and then grab the mic and sing London Bridge is Falling Down, My Fair Lady. He would not make it out the building. He wouldn't make it. He wouldn't make it. But you low IQ American boxing fans, y'all don't know nothing about this. I ain't see a Tank fan or a Ryan fan. And some of y'all got wrenches. I ain't see, y'all are not in here for the education. Y'all not even in here saying, yo, that's messed up, yo. Yeah, you right. Y'all not even saying this. Y'all don't have no ammunition to say that I'm looking too deep into this. Because y'all good for that. I think you're looking too deep. I think y'all looking too deep into it. This is my response to Drew Titan. I think the cheating's there, but I think you're overdoing it. Yeah, okay. You done tapped the iron out of the bottom of your tap shoes. It's over with you. It's over. Akira, what up? It's over. So now they're saying sue. Let's go back and listen to what they had to say. Fair use, y'all. This is enlightening.
Got suspended by the British Boxing Board of Control. Wasn't allowed to fight here. Yes, I know.
So was Povetkin in the past.
Yeah.
But it's interesting what you're
Povetkin's made
saying, Andy.
millions.
Yes.
And he's had his biggest wins since then.
Maybe some of those fighters that he fought along the way should think about legal action, as you rightly say.
They said it again. They said it again. Maybe the fighters along the way should think of legal action. Now it's okay when these two white men in the token says it. It's okay. But when DHP says, nah, we're suing, the world stopped. But the white man across the pond, because let me be clear, the original white man, because they're from where the original white man came from. They coming through and telling you how to set it. They're coming through and telling you how to set it, and y'all not saying anything. Not a video from your favorite Haney hater page, because it's about boxing, right? It's about what to do and what not to do in boxing, right? So lawsuits are not how boxing's supposed to do it, right? These two white men across the pond are saying the exact same thing that DHP is actually doing, and y'all are silent. Quit acting light skin.
Oladipo, thank you so much, as always, man.
Thank you, Jim.
As always. And remember, Chisora against Wallen, the man we just heard, Otto Wallen.
Yeah. Right. Nicholas, what up? Right. Oh, you light-skinned Negroes. It's a metaphor, because I'm saying that to the darkies too. Quit acting light-skinned. Where your videos? This is news. Where your videos? Lambros, what up? Now let's go to let me read this article where it says that Deontay Wilder vindicated. Expo gets 10-year PED punishment. Deontay Wilder has been validated despite losing a $4.3 million lawsuit to former WBC mandatory opponent Alexander Povetkin 7 years ago. The WBC ordered Wilder to face Povetkin in a title bout during the first 2 years of his reign as heavyweight champion. In early 2016, WBC chiefs ordered a purse bid. Promoter Andre Ryabinski's, whatever the hell his name is, company won the rights to stage the fight with an offer of $7.1 million, while promoter Lou DiBella, who worked alongside the PBC for Wilder, offered $5 million. Right? After the dust settled, the world of boxing announced that Wilder versus Povetkin would take place in Russia, Mother Russia, on May 21st. I remember this. However, weeks into training camp, Povetkin tested positive for a banned substance. The WBC announced the shocking event in a statement sent to World Boxing News. WBC, through its clean boxing program, is continuing to evaluate the positive anti-doping test result Alexander Povetkin for the banned substance meldonium. Y'all remember that? As the WBC previously reported, it granted WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder a voluntary defense while continuing to engage all related scientific and medical factors thoroughly. He fought somebody else instead of Povetkin, and that was around the time where people on Facebook were saying there's something wrong. Why everybody about to fight Deontay's popping dirty? The PBC is tainting those drug tests. See, back then it was a PBC. Today it's Victor Conti. Same story, different faces, same BS. Back then it was the PBC poisoning everybody. Today it's Victor Conti. They blamed Deontay for this, by the way. This was his fault. This was Deontay's fault. And I forgot who he fought instead of Povetkin, but they said, oh man, he could have still fought Povetkin. It was only a little bit of meldonium. It was just a little bit. A little bit. A little bit is what they caught. He's cycling off. Y'all don't know how this works. Okay, fine. Y'all acting like he just put it in his system. What is it doing there? The WBC's anti-doping results management in the Povetkin case will allow Mr. Povetkin, they call him Mr. like he's an honorable man. Allow Mr. Povetkin and his team to present their position. They can present any factual, medical, and or scientific data they deem is appropriate. Soon after the phase is completed, the WBC will be positioned to make and announce its final ruling. Well, they never fought. They never fought. Povetkin's team presented evidence that the heavyweight contender didn't have a positive test for meldonium, which the WBC accepted. You hear that? Then they decided to sue Wilder for not going through with the fight. You see this? You see this? Does this sound familiar? This is 2016, y'all. They were trying to sue Deontay for breaching contract. Meanwhile, he breached the contract by popping dirty. But the WBC accepted his nonsense. And this guy has a history of cheating. But when we say that the WBC sees value in certain fighters and more than others, y'all think we bullshit. Let me tell y'all the story. Let me remind y'all of something. This is the WBC, y'all. Soul Power, what up? Let me remind y'all something. Y'all remember the fight between Franchon Cruz DeZern when she fought Alejandro Hermanez? Alejandro, not Alejandra, Alejandro Hermanez. Y'all remember we watched that fight and we was like, I didn't know Jaime Munguia had a twin brother. Remember that? And Franchon was in there fighting for her life and she lost on the cards. And I'm like, huh. And all we asked on social media was like, hey man, was she drug tested? And do you remember Mauricio Sillyman's response? Drew bully her cause she gay. Queen, salute, Queen. Exactly, they wanted him to fight a dirty fighter. Never mind, it was just a little bit. Just fight him anyway. Drew bully her cause she gay. Look, we know she's gay. We see her girlfriend sitting next to her. We didn't ask all of that. We just want to know, did she test? And what were the results? Drew bully her cause she gay. Well, okay. And what happened later, y'all? We found out not only did she pop dirty, she was going through a sex change into a man. So due to science, now these are y'all rules, not me, because I think a woman is born a woman and a man's born a man. We've gotten away from human biology and we replace it with science. You know, shout out, you know, to the Dems for that, but whatever. I said, well, there's the problem right there. She's trying to grow a penis. Am I lying, y'all? Did that not happen? That was who? Mauricio Sillyman in the WBC. Shout out to Eric Jordan in that super chat. He said Peds should have never been there in the first place. Exactly. Exactly. So, excuse me. Excuse me. Have I lied yet on anybody? Did that not happen? That happened, right? This is WBC. They did this. And I'm telling y'all, before all of that, they wanted Wilder to go to goddamn Russia and fight this guy. Oh, Queen, of course she ain't gonna be fighting as a man. Of course she's not. We haven't even seen her lately. Her name is really probably Alejandro now. We just looked at it and said, man, that looked kind of funny. She looked like Jaime Munguia for real. We looked at it and said, oh man, what's that? Was she tested? Yo, you bully her because she gay. No, we're not. We're asking, stop taking it all over the place. We're asking what she tested, man. It turns out she popped. Did he apologize to the fans that he lashed out on social media? Did he apologize to fans trying to cruise to Zern? Or did he just say, man, here, take these belts back? Well, do you owe her an apology? Well, she has the belts back. No, say sorry, stupid. You went on this tirade talking about, hey, I've known her since she was a child. I don't care. Exactly, Tay-Tay. Just y'all go ahead and Google Phelan Fox. That's a dude that turned into a woman and got into a cage in an MMA fight and fractured a woman's skull. That happened. All you woke mofos, that happened. If I found out my daughter was in the octagon and then I found out way after the facts that she had a skull fractured by a dude that's a biological man, I'm going to that locker room and kicking his ass. Then I'm kicking security's ass. Then I'm kicking the sanctioning body. No, the sanctioning bodies, the people who okayed that fight, no one is safe. No one is safe. I'm getting all of you. I'd get locked up after the first few ass kickings, but as soon as I come out of prison, I'll do it again. Like in Goodfellas when he says, yeah, I'll crack you in your skull. I'll crack your skull. And I'll get arrested. When I come out of prison, I'll come back and I'll crack your fucking skull again. Because the message has to be sent. Well, I ain't gonna go that far. I'm just talking for effect. I'm just talking for effect. But I'm letting y'all know how crazy things are. Now, how the hell they tried to do that to our brother Deontay Wilder, right? And I recall back then saying, man, yo, D should sue. Nobody, jumped in my shit for it. No one really did it. Steve L, salute. No one really did it, but I'm like, he should sue. That's a lawsuit, man. And I'm like, well, imagine if the fight went through. And then I thought about it. How many guys popped dirty after the fact? That's a lawsuit. Nobody disagreed. So now DHP is literally suing for breach of contract. Y'all went crazy. And now they're talking about we going back 10 years because of this cover up. And now the people in the UK saying, yo, he should sue. Nobody in that comment section of that video disagreed. Nobody said, well, you don't sue in boxing. Nobody said that. They only reserved that for Devin Haney. Like the term email champion. Right? I said, wait a minute. He got the WBC belt, didn't fight for it? Yeah. Well, who gave it to him? Oh. I'm like, wait a minute. Loma dropped the belt to pick up this mythical status, and there goes the WBC again. The WBC franchise status. Remember that? I said he dropped the belt instead of fighting Devin. He's the villain. Why y'all screaming at Devin? What's up? The inconsistency shines. Stop me when I'm lying. Everything that I said this morning, was it a lie? You can go to that video that I just played. It is Talk Sport Boxing. is from about 3 days ago. And they talk about fighters should sue. That's what it's called. Fighters should sue. There's only one comment I saw here. Let me read some of the comments before I read the rest of that article. Look at this. Look at this. He knocked out Dillian White. Oh, the unintentional irony of this guy, Adi. Look, Fury was never sued by Hammer or Klitschko. Look at that. Tyson Fury, Dillian White, Povetkin, Canelo, Conor Ben, etc., etc. These are the UK guys. This ain't me. Look at that. Man, look, man, I ain't gonna. Look. Why just Povetkin? One guy says, witch hunt because he's Russian. Loads of fighters have popped dirty in the past with no talk of wiping out their record. Fury, Ben, Saunders, White, Tony, Canelo also. And you know what? That's real. But it's not a witch hunt because he's Russian. I agree. When you get caught pop, you should be thrown out. How many times you heard me say that? Sideshow Bob, they called Eddie Hearn. Because he's the reason why we don't know where MXC salute. He's the reason why we haven't seen Dillian White's B sample. Never forget that. But let me go back to this article. After a 2-year battle, Rybansky told WBN they had won their federal jury verdict for compensation over the failed event. So they sued. Alexander Povetkin popped dirty. They sued, and they were compensated over the failed event. Y'all see boxing, y'all? Y'all see that? Mr. Rybansky, whatever the hell his name is, attorney succeeded in getting a favorable decision in the U.S. court, ruled over a long court proceedings with the representatives of the WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder. New York Federal District Court refused Wilder on all accounts and awarded Mr. Rybansky's side of $4.3 million, funds that were part of the interpleader case after the fight between Alexander Povetkin and Wilder was canceled May 2016. So they got their money. Deontay never was compensated for this. Rybansky added, I said it once and I'll say it again. Anyone that wants to offend or insult my guys will have to pay for it. Now, I want you to keep this in mind. Anyone that wants to offend or insult my guys will have to pay for it. Keep that in mind. Y'all heard what I just said? Anyone who wants to offend or insult my guys will have to pay for it. $4.3 million? Well, fast forward to 2025, Povetkin was the subject of an international testing agency investigation. They found 2 separate cases where Povetkin tested positive for Ostarine, the same drug Ryan Garcia is banned for. The 45-year-old, who retired from professional boxing in 2021, was subsequently handed a 4-year ban, which secretly began on October 21st of 2024. Secretly began. Secretly. Y'all hear this? Dial it back. They found 2 separate cases where Povetkin tested positive for Ostarine, the same drug Ryan Garcia is banned for. I'm reading it right here, y'all. The ITA only released the details, which concluded that Russia engaged in systematic doping over several years. What? They added that Povetkin's results from the last 10 years would be scrubbed from his opponent's records. Despite no longer fighting, Povetkin won't be eligible to lace up his gloves again until October 20th of 2028. By that time, he'll be 49 years old. The ITA stated, after being notified of the case and informed of the procedural rights, the athlete decided not to challenge the anti-doping violation. Even he's not talking about digging up George Floyd and joining the Ku Klux Klan. In addition, the athlete's results from the October 25th, 2014 until the start of the athlete's provisional suspension, October 21st, 2024, has been disqualified. This includes the results obtained during the boxing match via Carlos Takam, held on the night of October 24th, 2014. Povetkin's bout against Takam, which he won via knockout in the 10th round, was the straw that broke the camel's back. Cooking with the champ, salute. 919, salute. Mr. Andre Toppin, what up? Now, they're about to drag this dude. But the funny part is people saying they should sue. They're about to scrub 10 years worth of fights. 10 years. 10 years. And I don't see anyone running around saying justice for Alexander Povetkin. Exactly, Lambros. Apparently being offended is worse than being assaulted. So $4.3 million for insulting him. But this guy been in the ring cheating. And he's already guilty. They're about to scrub 10 years worth of his fights. But I had people calling Deontay Wilder a coward. I had people blaming the PBC for taking his samples. Are y'all kidding me? Y'all kidding me? But time reveals all truth, and the lie's nothing but the long way to the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is justice. The general's running a little late, so I'm gonna hold it down a little longer. So where my haters and detractors at? They said they should sue. And you know something? Everybody, Carlos Takam was his last knockout victim. Go get your money, Carlos. I ain't mad at you. Y'all signed up. When y'all signed the contracts, there was nothing in the contract that said our guy is allowed to be on drugs of any kind. Did you agree to that? No, there's a ban list. You can't have any of this in there. Where my detractors? Where the Haney haters? Fighters don't sue, they get it back in blood. All right, fine. He got a decade. Let me pull up this dude's box rec. Povetkin. Let's pull up his box rank. Let's go all the way down. All right, 2014, Carlos Takam. All right. Mike Perez, he stopped him. Marius Walk stopped him. Johan Dupas knocked him out. Andre Rudenko beat him UD. Christian Hammer beat him UD. David Price knocked him out. I remember watching that. Knocked him out. Lost to AJ. Got stopped. Huggy Fury beat him unanimous decision. Fought Michael Hunter to a draw. A split draw. Dillian White knocked him out. Then White knocked him out. And that was 2021. He retired after that. Okay? So we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 fighters. 10 fighters should be suing him. And you know what? If they decide to sue him, no one's going to say anything. They're going to be like, yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, look. World Constrictor Salute. Look. They sued Lou DiBella for defamation, basically. I just read it to you. They sued DiBella for defamation, did he not? Now I'm reading this other article. Okay, it's pretty much saying the same thing. Okay, that the replacement was Gerald Washington, who incidentally ended up working in Deontay's camp. Salute to Gerald. He's a good dude. He fought Gerald Washington instead of Povetkin because Povetkin can't stay off drugs. But this guy was sued, man. Now, let me show y'all something. Because this was on Twitter. Before I go there, let me take a step back. Do y'all remember y'all remember a boxer? I forget her name, but her nickname is very easy to remember. Her name is La Barbi. And she fought Rio Togo, the Japanese lady. And her gloves were tampered. Remember they took padding out the gloves? And the next day, they were on Mauricio Suleiman's desk. And I asked Mauricio Suleiman, and I said, man, we said the same thing about Fury. Why aren't the gloves on your desk? You didn't even care to investigate what was going on. And he said he didn't know where the gloves were. And I said, I know where they are. He said, where? I said, they're in Sugar Hill's house. How do I know? Because Sugar Hill told me that when he was on Barbershop Conversations. He told us that. You think he wouldn't check those gloves? No. But when Rio Togo fights La Barbi, another Latina, he wanted instant justice, right? Just like when it was Alejandro Hermanas, he didn't want to hear it because it was a Latina and Franchon Cruz's is black. We said, yo, Fury's cheated. He says, no, you guys just want to ruin a historical great night of boxing. In reference to Tyson Fury. You don't want to hear nothing about those gloves. All kinds of evidence. You don't want to hear it. Right. And you wonder why in certain instances black people sit with their arms folded. I'll save that for pep talk. I know what time it is. Y'all forgot?
Hello, my name is Mauricio Suleiman, Executive Secretary of the WBC. We would like to announce that we have begun an investigation regarding the situation that happened in a female championship fight last weekend in Mexico. The fight was between Juarez and Rigo Togo from Japan, and there was a situation in which the gloves were tampered with. The WBC is gathering all the reports from the supervisors from both camps, and we will have a hearing with Togo's management to have them explain exactly what transpired during that situation of the gloves. Here's the evidence. It is a critical and alarming situation because the so-called skinning of gloves scenes that happened for this fight. We are very concerned about this situation, and the WBC is gathering information regarding this happening not only in Mexico but other countries and other arenas. We are very concerned about the matter, and we will pay full attention to this situation, and we will inform accordingly of what happens after a hearing with Mr. Togo's manager. Thank you very much.
Gloves was on his desk. The world screaming about Fury. He ain't even bother. Alejandro Jimenez be like, yo, was she tested? Stop bullying my homegirl cause she gay. We was like, nah, we don't care about that. Was she tested? And then when she pops, right, he sucked his teeth and gave those belts back to our sister. So that's why I don't like Maurice so silly, man. Anyway, but this tweet was from Lou DiBella. Steroid testing in boxing is an effing joke. WBC boxing program including the clean boxing program. The WBC subjective, we can do whatever we want rules were exactly the reason for the court overturning the $4 million judgment of the jury. It's an effing, he says, effing cheater, steroid monster Povetkin was rewarded with his biggest career money after that. They just said that on at Sports Talk. He went on to make millions of dollars after that. Rewarded by the WBC in boxing after being a known cheat. Can you believe this career piece of ish, Povetkin, and the pieces of ish around him sued me for defaming his filthy, lying, worthless name? So now what Lou is saying, they're now about to backdate everything he did 10 years and overturn all of his wins. But they successfully sued DiBella for defamation. So in other words, DiBella was sued for telling the truth. Lost with real Baltimore in the building. Salute. I say it again. Lou DiBella was sued for saying something that was true. I just read it to you. I just read it to you. Anyone that defames my guys, that talks about my guys, they're gonna pay. And as of a few days ago, turns out everyone was right that said something about him, about Povetkin, about the WBC. But in 2016, they sued DiBella success. $4 million? You see what I mean? He was right. Let's bring it back to Devin and Ryan. Is Devin right or wrong, y'all? Put it in the chat. Is Devin right or wrong? Even you guys that de-watch me, that have been subscribed for more than 3 days, go ahead and tell me, Quan, what up? Tell me, is Devin right or wrong for his position? Is he right or wrong? Go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and tell me. Y'all are seeing this. Jerome, what up? Where the Haney haters at? Because it applies. All of this, it all applies. They're about to drag Alexander Povetkin, and justifiably so. But the WBC's they're out here overturning things. Suing Lou DiBella for defamation. just for them in 2025 to say, wait a minute, we uncovered that the Russians was covering up all his drug tests, and they've gone back 10 years. And the people in the UK talking about, nah, man, everyone he fought should sue him. Matter of fact, even the people that beat him should sue him. You know why? They're like, man, he could have been on drugs versus me. AJ could say, yo, I knocked him out, but there was a few times where, you know, I didn't know. There was something not right. Hell, he might as well get in on it. Get in where you fit in. And now everyone's saying, hey, man, everyone that Povetkin fought from 10 years ago, starting from Carlos Takam, who was stopped by him, everyone should sue. And I don't see anybody doing videos about that. I don't see anybody. No one is saying it. They're like, well, you know, that's true. A Russian cover-up? Word? A Russian cover-up? Really? Okay. Ryan is in the exact same boat. When these guys get caught, trust me, that's just the first time they've gotten caught. When you catch a criminal doing something, that's not the first time they did it. That's the first time they got caught. Read it. This person comments, Wilder and Lou DiBella deserve the $4 million from the back. I'm sorry, deserve the $4 million from back then when those and all of those legal fees. They had the nerve to sue Lou for defamation. This is boxing, y'all. Eric Jordan back in that super chat. Salute, brother. He said for Mr. Itchy Man and Miguel got exposed by the ninja sword. Oh, you already know what time it is, bro. Where's my ninja sword? Here we go. Right here.
Give power to my nigga sword!
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Got a lot. I got some more. Mauricio Silly Man responded to him. Lou, keep your anger toward whomever you want, but don't take into the WBC. I'm reading how it's written. Keep your anger toward whomever you want, but don't take into the WBC. What are you gonna do, Mauricio? Sue him? Sue him for defamation. Go ahead. Because all of this happened on your watch, you idiot. Franchon Cruz Dessert happened on your watch. Fury Wilder happened on your watch. Ryan Garcia happened on your watch. Luke can say whatever he wants to say to you. Lou responded, I can have whatever anger, frustration, or disappointment I want with whoever, Mauricio. I don't work with you. I don't work for you, brother. He got the Hulk Hogan on. And I am stating fact. He is. Anyone who takes the time to read the judge's decision in the Wilder versus Povetkin matter knows I am simply telling the truth. No steroid testing in boxing, including the WBC program, has any teeth. Challenge him on that. I dare you. Where my Devin Haney haters at? Now, if Lou is lying here, he can get sued, right? I hope Mauricio's lawyering up because I thought we don't sue in boxing. I thought we don't sue in boxing. Kamara, what up? So you stood in the pocket for Tyson Fury, but meanwhile, unless you're in Saudi or in the UK, you can't get next to Tyson Fury because he's not allowed on American soil. Mauricio, what's up with that? What's up with that? So you got the Juarez, Ria Togo glove situation, completely unfair. You got how he treated Deontay Wilder, how he was about to break the 10 title defenses of the WBC strap. You got that going on. You got a franchise status that was invented just enough to keep Canelo away from Jamal Charlo and keep Loma away from Devin Haney. You got that going on, and mind you, those belts disappeared. You got Teofimo Lopez admitting, well, you know what? Why don't I just play it for you? This is Teofimo Lopez, who was a WBO, he was a top-ranked fighter, WBO. Right? What happened to the meeting with Bob, and he was working with the WBC. I'll just play it for you.
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know. The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title. You can get mad at everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight, for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all four. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did. I'm not going to fight more fights. So it is what it is, man. Talk what you got to talk, my dude. But at the end of the day, you're not becoming a world champion at 135.
Well, that aged well because not only did you become a world champion, you became undisputed. He said, you don't know that, but we did, and that's what we did. You don't know that, but we do, and that's what we did. We, meaning the WBO and the WBC. We. Idiot. I couldn't believe he said that on. I was like, he wasn't supposed to say that out loud. He said we. You don't know that, but we do, and that's what we did. Who's we? Bob Arum, Teofimo, and the WBC. Mauricio silly man, because they saw more value in his Latino brother. Challenge me on that. Go ahead and challenge me on that. What is that about? Drew, why are you putting a racial thing on it? Well, what was this Alejandro Jimenez thing? What was that? What was this Rio Togo and La Barbi Juarez? What's that? The gloves on his desk the next day. What's that? Every time it's a black fight, there's some nonsense. Y'all remember Deontay said, I want a body on my record? And Mauricio said, we're launching an investigation. What's the investigate? He said he wants to kill someone in the ring. I've heard Roberto Duran say worse. Matter of fact, didn't Bermain Stavern tell Deontay, I'm going to kill you in the ring? Didn't he tell him that? Leading up to the rematch, you ain't going to make it, I'm going to kill you. I was like, okay, well, let's see what happens. And we saw what happened. There it is. No investigation. But he launched an investigation. Well, I don't even understand what that was. What was that? Mauricio Silly Man is a racist. I don't care. I said it. It's okay. Stand in the pocket for your people. But don't act like we don't see it. Because I stand in the pocket for my people. I do. Why do you think I say I won't tolerate any DHP? I won't tolerate it. Not here. You're not going to slander them here. You're not going to do it. I'm not going to allow it. There'll be no Blue Blood Sports TV slander. There'll be no 78, no BFTB, no Stormy Beeman. There'll be no slander of anybody that I deem family. I'm not having it. If you have a question about what they're doing, we could talk about it. But don't come in kicking in the door talking about, yo, man, F them, man, they're liars. Blocked. You don't come in here shooting up the shit and then saying why you shot it up. No. You can come in with your gun drawn. I'm going to ask you why your gun out. Oh, well, I heard. Okay, well, let's talk about it. But they'll come in busting shots and then expect me to respect you when you disrespected my damn family. It don't go like that. I don't know what y'all niggas think this is, man. Eric Jordan back in that super chat. He says, thanks, Miguel, for having one of your 304 swing. Man, look. Miguel can't stand me. Miguel can't stand me this morning. Can't stand anybody this morning. Smash my like button, like and share the video. In fact, tag your favorite Haney hater in this video. You know why? Because Haney's a victim of the sport of boxing, just like the fighters that Alexander Povetkin fought over the last decade that they're about to go in his record and erase. You heard what I said? What makes all those guys that Alexander fought in the last 10 years any different from Devin Haney? The difference is they don't have knuckle draggers hating on them. Salute to the General, 78 Sports TV in that super chat. Much love. He said, they're not going to talk about it because it proves that we were right all along. That's it. That's it. Now, how are they going to talk about, oh, they should sue? Now, that's what they're saying in the UK. They should sue. That's what DHB is doing now. And Lou DiBella was sued for being right. A decade later, now they will have to go back and say, yo, Alexander was doing this, 10 years ago, man. 10 years. Everybody he's for, family, he knocked Carlos Takam out, y'all. He knocked out David Price. Michael Hunter was in the ring. He told me and Stormy over the phone yesterday. He was in there fighting for his life. He said, man, there was something wrong with that guy. And he was using smelling salt. I have the video. I'm going to upload it. Yeah, Black Martial Arts Society, after that knockout, David Price was never the same. I remember, what y'all don't know, is David Price, he's a tall white dude, right? They were saying this might be the next Klitschko. He had a nice European look. You know, he was a fighter. You know, I think he was really good in the amateur set or the Olympics, whatever. After he fought Alexander Povetkin, he became a pinball. He became a pinball. But if you look on Povetkin's record, he fought Chris Bird. He fought Michael Hunter. I'm going to bring Michael Hunter back, and he's going to explain it to you. He said, man, every time I thought I had the dude out, he'd spring right back. It was unnatural. It fought to a draw. Fought to a draw. And now over there, they're saying people should sue. And nobody's disagreeing, especially over here. You know why? You have to stand on what you've been saying all this time, because you don't sue in boxing. Suing is for suckers. In boxing, get it back in blood. What you gonna do? Tell Carlos Takam to get it back in blood? This man is retired. How do you get it back in blood? And furthermore, to get it back in blood means to pay him. Now, in my opinion, to get it back in blood means to pay him. I honestly don't want Devin to fight Ryan again, because that means giving him a few million dollars. Don't break bread with him. This guy cheated you. This was attempted murder. Forget battery. This is attempted murder, y'all. It becomes attempted murder when you got an edge from equipment or narcotic. You signed up to have a clean fight. You didn't sign up to have moles in the camp. You didn't sign up to get poisoned. You didn't sign up to have pattern removed from gloves. Pull me glove up. You didn't sign up for any of that. You signed up for a clean fight. And I talk about this for all fighters. I've been consistent since I started my channel. And here you have them doing this to Povetkin. And it says in that article, he popped for Ostarine, which was found in Ryan Garcia's system 2. Ryan Garcia, who disappeared, he didn't make weight. Right? Let's review. He didn't make weight. Right? Didn't even bother. He brought in Scooter at the final hour. And Scooter said we was on track. He just needed an additional 3 pounds and he stopped. Right? Am I making that up? No, that happened. Then after he pops dirty, he blames ashwagandha. Then the company had to say, nope, we don't have no aspirin in our product. Strike one. They blame Perfect Amino, the lemonade drink. They said, nope, not in our product, no. Then he blamed Supercarb. How the hell are you on Supercarb and you trying to cut weight? Then he blamed Scooter. I took something that he gave me. That's strike 1, 2, 3, 4. What's going on here? Then he blames George Floyd. I don't know where that came from. Then he blames Victor Conti. Then he blames Bill and Snack and now at this current junction, we're all the way up to there's an investigation on the Haneys and Bud and Snack. No. And y'all believe when certain people talk. It's nonsense. Y'all believe it because it's therapeutic and it feels good, but it's nonsense. Everything that's been said from day one to right now has been debunked. And I didn't see this Povetkin thing coming, but I always tell y'all, sometimes you ain't gotta say much. Just state your position and just wait. Exactly, G. McCall. This idiot said, I don't take supplements. And then next you know, I'm like, what is ashwagandha? I never heard of it. And he said, this is how I beat Haney up. I'm like, well, what is that? You could buy it at Walgreens. I said, what is this? But then they clapped back immediately. They said, there ain't no Ostarine in our product. What are you talking about? In all of this, the only thing Mauricio Suleiman had to say about Ryan was, he can't say those racist things. We're going to suspend him. And then the video game removed him off of the game. All of his likeliness, you can't even create him on the game. Okay, cool. But you lost a whole investigation on Deontay Wilder when he said he wanted a body on his record. You didn't even send this dude to rehab. Remember he was supposed to go to rehab? Remember that? Then he's in hotels, tearing up rooms, and he had to get escorted out with the Magneto helmet on. All of these things. All of it. And you still have monkeys. All of that stuff, you still have monkeys talking about, oh, you know, I don't know if Ryan Garcia is racist now. He says a lot of inflammatory things. You know, Floyd Scofield, while whipping his hair, licking his lips. We loving brown people, y'all. Ryan is an asshole, but he's not racist. You know, I watched that little boy come in and, you know, I watched him play basketball in his underwear and he looked real good, but, you know, we loving brown people, y'all. Dude, look. You are so lucky I could differentiate you being an idiot and your son just being along for the ride. I'm not going to take what you said out on your son until your son says something stupid. But in the meantime, all of you knuckle draggers that side with Ryan Garcia and always talking about the left hand, y'all see what's happening here to this white man? This is all in Allah's plan. This is Jesus taking the wheel. Jehovah, Buddha, whatever, pray to who you worship, because the truth is coming out.
Yeah, go on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Better than that!
Thumbs up, you ape, and special shout out to you, Knuckle Dragon Channels, that drink that extra sugary Kool-Aid. Brent Fox, my brother, salute. Young Abel, salute. Yup, yeah, him too. Oh, Brandon Shamar, you already know what's coming. You already know what's coming. You already know what's coming, bro. Y'all know about Moonshine? They call him Moonshine. Yep. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see.
You fool-ass earth man.
All of this stuff. These chickens are coming home to roost, man. All on Allah's plan, and they mad. I know they mad this morning. They mad this morning. And it's cool. Because you know why? We are right. And what they're doing to Povetkin, I don't know why y'all don't think. I keep telling y'all, sure you're gonna get got. And it's not on our time, it's on God's time. He gonna get got. I mean, people still talking about, you know, Deontay Wilder's fighting style. And I'm like, well, all of this corruption surrounding Fury, he can't even come to this country. What you got to say about that? Oh, I didn't even know that. You know how many pro fighters I've spoken to that don't even know that? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, Abdullah. That's the line. You know how much damage one monkey can do? Yup. And what's interesting in that story, Moonshine got taken out because one monkey makes everyone look bad. One monkey ruins the world. Our world. That's why we decapitate them and throw the body. We throw the head in one direction, throw the body in the river. You understand? So there you go. We were right. And now they're backdating 10 years on this cheater because there was a cover-up. Now, how crazy would it be if we find out? Now, I already gave you Mauricio Suleiman's his resume in the sport of boxing. Already gave it to you. Now, what happens if we find out that he was involved in the cover-up? What do you think will happen? What do you think happens? Franchise titles and Alejandro Jimenez and, you know, this guy, you know, his record really tells us who he is. And this is great. So this cheater's getting exposed. And let me remind y'all, word up, Canelo, all these guys popped. You got to start kicking these guys out. Now look. I need you guys to understand something. Patience is a virtue. Sometimes you got to let things play out. You got to let things play out. Because at this point, we just collecting data. We have a virtual paper trail on everything. I haven't seen anyone else talking about this but the brother 78, myself. And more to come on our side, more to come. I'm not letting this go. You kidding me? This is why I say stay the course. Stay the course. Stay the course. Stick to your guns. But some of you guys, y'all frequent other places. There's no mention of this. Luther Bella, he needs that. He needs all that money back. In legal fees and everything. $4 million. He need all that money back. Deontay, he need all that money back. A complete waste of time. And his character was assaulted because people online was assaulting his character. The PBC, you guys, y'all are probably drugging all these guys. Y'all saw what Vada did, right? Once you sign and work with Vada, you can't defame them. It's in the paperwork now. They will sue your ass. They will sue your ass. So I don't think any of these other channels that talk raggedy about Devin or us for standing in the pocket for DHP, they ain't gonna say it. They might, you know, because they think we're talking about them directly. And I am. I ain't gotta say your name because you watch me. I don't watch you. But I'll know you're watching me because someone will send me a video. Yeah, and that big steroid using nigga in the LDBC, he over there talking about steroids. He's on steroids. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Because this lawsuit is Pandora's box. You keep putting that out there, I might sue your ass. I already had one channel crying. Man, it's just the internet. Yeah, all right. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Shit got real when lawyers started emailing him. Cease and desist. Watch your fucking mouth. All I needed was 3 people ask me, hey man, I heard you used to dab in steroids. I said no. Well, that's what I heard. Word, send me the clip. Okay, you're defaming my character. What if somebody on my job, because I'm a CDL driver, someone on my job says, hey man, someone's saying I don't know that guy. I never met him, guy. Well, yeah, but he keeps saying it. Now I got to go get random because of something you said? Now you got to pay me for my time, bro. You can't drag my name on you. No, you can't do that. And that was the name of that tune. He no longer even says my name. I fight different. How many times you heard me say that? I fight different. I play dirty. I ain't got to slap you in your face. That's easy. I don't have to do that. You got to watch your mouth. When you're an adult, you got to watch your mouth. So Lou DiBella was right. But 10 years ago, he was sued for defamation. But he was right. He needs all that money back. He's right. Deontay Wilder, he needs all that money because these guys lied. And no one's saying anything about suing now. Now it's okay. Man, you guys, man. You guys are something else, man. And that's why they hate the LDBC. And that's why we here. We are quality control. You motherfuckers have a man crush on the rival fighters. That's what you have. The AJ fans, y'all wanted to sleep with that boy. The Tank fans, y'all want to sleep with that boy. The Ryan Garcia fanatics, not only do you hate yourself, but you want to sleep with that boy. I know what's going on. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. But it's okay. Well, I'm headed to the gym. I feel so vindicated. And yeah. Yeah, it's the type of time we're on. Yo, make sure y'all go subscribe to the Patreon. I appreciate the support. For more unedited content, follow me on Patreon, Drew Titan, LLC. Let's head over to the general, man. Salute to everybody, to the Venmo, the Cell, the Cash App, the Super Chat, man. Much love and appreciation to every last one of you. Pep Talk tonight. Before that, I'm going to be on Stormy's channel, Nerds on Culture. Yeah. Nerds pull up. We're going to have some fun. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.